Hey there, how are you doing? My name's Brandon Buchanan. I'm the head of marketing at Ghost Coast Video. I'm here to share with you some of the results that we got from last year's election with the Georgia Sierra Club. Uh, this was in Fulton, Cobb, Gwinnett County, some of the most vital swing districts where turnout is very important, and being able to have this kind of credibility and trust at thousands of doors in our city was pretty important. And I'm so glad that those folks were able to come to me, and I'm glad that I'm able to share with you the very best of what I know so that you can create these kind of results for your own organization. Again, my name's Brandon Buchanan. I've been doing this kind of work for coaches and consultants and good causes in my own place, the vital swing state of Georgia now, for about a decade. And like I said, I'm glad to be helping you. But however, I know that everybody doesn't like video. Some people like to read. So I've got a document here. And if you are a person that needs to read, needs to look at something in more depth and detail, or you need to share something with people who work at your job, you can get the whole written down case study in our community. Let me just show that to you. In fact, boom, boom, and take a look at it. You can look at this on your time and at your pace by visiting our community on LinkedIn. But in the meantime, hey, this looks lovely. I would love to show you a little presentation on how we do this. So first of all, everybody wants your time. Everybody wants your attention. Having something that looks and feels really good and really solid is something that helps when you're at the door. I've gone from door to door with, I don't want to find something and put it in front of the camera, put anybody on blast, but you go from door to door with a blank sheet of paper or something that's really thin, people treat you with a little less credibility. If you put a little more investment into how it feels in their hand and how it looks when they're at the door, you might get a few extra seconds to tell people what your deal is. And when we do that, it's not just something that you can use for one project. It means that you've got credibility across your organization for the entire life of what you're doing. Our own logo at Ghost Coast is a good example. We really wanted something that stood out and resonated with our mission, reflected our style, and it's something that's a little bit outside the norm. It's something that can't be replicated by a computer. It's something that isn't a cute animal mascot. It's something that's uniquely ours, and it's got a little play button. We think it's stylish. You want to have maybe not the same level of detail, but a little originality and compassionate thought into what you're making. When it comes to the color palette, we thought about the emotions that people would feel for each slice of this color palette. You'll see that the blue and beige are both colors that you usually find in luxury brands, right? And we started getting a little bit weirder and funkier as that color palette went along because those two colors weren't our whole identity. We're people that like to go a little bit outside the norm to get results. If you're watching this, you probably already know and feel that that's the case just by sitting here watching me and watching this presentation, right? We also wanted it to be readable and to have contrast. Um, it's pretty important. Look, when something looks readable, they're able to read it. We marked all of the things in our color palette by their level of contrast, whether it was great, okay, good, poor. And we know that if it doesn't fit in each of these circumstances, we're not going to give it a full layer of attention. Now, before we go back and we talk about, the rest of this, we can share, we did this for our own podcast. We've got bright red attention grabbing on social media, pink, purple, showing just a little bit of extra style, a little bit of gold here in the back. It's cool. That's kind of how we like to design. Elements and brand marks are important as well. When you have color, typeface, those are all good. But we also want to have design elements and art. If you just have like a lot of white space in your design, it looks confusing to the eye. So having things like this to build your textures and stuff like that is really good. So now, with some of that kind of in the back of your mind, take a fresh look. Take a fresh look at the Sierra Club of Georgia flyer. And as you think of this, think about the emotions you're feeling as you look at these colors. They are fresh. These are the Sierra Club's colors, of course, and they portray freshness, uh, new approaches. Uh, it looks breathable. It looks like you're in a clean field or something. There's typefaces, there's smooth color contrast, there's also a little clip art here at the back, so that there's some depth and detail in what we're doing. And if you were to flip this card and look at the back, you would find some 2.0, some old-fashioned fill it out on the back of a card. Remember that everybody that you run into isn't going to interact with your information in the same way. So having a card means, boy, I already have a website. I don't know how to use the computer. I don't have the patience. How do I use, my phone isn't on me. Whatever the reason is for not acting, we want to think about them and have some sort of answer that's right there. So if you're an older voter and somebody brings a card like this to your door, you want to give them something that they can interact with and treat as a gift, right? And you can almost see here, this is kind of a funny proportionality. My head is a little hidden here. Hi there. Let's take a look at this thing right here, right? But you can see that all of these elements are here, both on the front and on the back. Yeah, that's cool. And you can see the palm card back and the palm card front here. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty vital. When you have all of this stuff together, you have a lot of clarity. Clarity is what powers an understanding of who you are, what's going on, and what you want. And when you look at this card, you can see all of those things at a glance. It's pretty important to have that kind of resonating with the audience. And if you get the things that you have together, all of your resources, your events, your images, your messaging, and you put them in one place, you can get this kind of strong and unified effect all at once, which is just what I do. It's what I do best. Hopefully, with what you've got here, with the knowledge that you've gained here, a logo, collateral, a headline, a call to action. You can see it here, right? Scan the code, make your plan, vote local. And if you've got a QR code, you can even use a free one from online. Big, generous calls to action. We do that kind of stuff really well. So why not you? What's stopping you from making all of this just a part of your own ecosystem? Step one is probably booking a call. And if you go to ghostcoast.video/call, you'll be able to meet me and I'll go through each detail of your organization and help you build a pipeline for traffic. And let me show this to you. Whether it's finding people, approaching them, following up, getting them on organizing calls, or getting them all the way up to being a member of your organization, donating, volunteering, a full part of your culture. We can do all of that. ghostcoast.video/call. I'd love to talk with you a little bit more about what all of those systems are and what they mean for you. But, you know, I also believe in not taking too much of anybody's time. So if you want to stop and see all of this stuff in more detail, the best thing for you to do is join our community. That way you can get our documents, sit there, read them, ask us questions, maybe book a call. Listen, that's it. You have a great one. Live your life. Love the ones you love. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Yeah, you have a good one. Bye-bye.